This is my time.
Okay, let's get into it. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. How are you? Where's the camera? Over there. Okay. How are the things and the stuff? So yeah. During my session with my counselor, we were just kind of talking about chapters and turning pages of chapters in your life and that transition period and how hard it is to let go, how hard it is to stop living in the last chapter and commit to the next one, knowing that there's more story ahead of you. And it took me back to the grieving process that I had talked about in a previous video, where I really connected to the grieving process of it could have been a long goodbye with my dad, knowing he had cancer for more than a decade, but it really was kind of a quick-ish goodbye, the way it progressed so rapidly at the end. And it was definitely a quick goodbye at the end, not knowing the finality of it so abruptly. So that page got turned really quickly. That chapter ended pretty abruptly with my grandmas. They both had dementia, so those chapters ended kind of in the middle of them. You know, you knew exactly how they were going to end, and you had to slowly turn page, knowing the end of that chapter was coming. But it didn't make it any easier to get out of that chapter, because there's so much love in it. And the hard part about those situations is you don't know when is the right moment to tell that person what you think about them, how much you love them and appreciate them and value them. And there's a saying that one of my dearest friends gifted to me that I had never heard of: giving someone their flowers and not waiting until their funeral to put the flowers on their grave, but give them their flowers while they're here so they can appreciate them, they can see them, they can feel the love that you have for them. And we as a society have gotten so closed with our emotions and our thoughts and our feelings. We think emotions and feelings are so negative, and so we're afraid to be vulnerable, like it's this bad thing, like it makes us less of a human. But it makes you more of a human. It makes you more in touch with the human that you are. And it's part of what makes you so powerful, and so adaptable, and so incredible, your capacity to love so greatly. And you need to share that with as many people as you can, and with everyone that you can. It expands you. And I was in this really nostalgic mode, so I started as a DJ. Did what every DJ would do: you make a playlist, and I called it my 80s 90s feels. And I just started thinking of songs that reminded me of riding in the car in the back seat with my brothers, with my dad driving, my mom in the passenger seat, going to grandma's house, either one of them, and the stuff that we would sing to with our prepubescent voices, and dad would get annoyed listening to us, and mom would say, let them sing, even though they're terrible. And man, we would jam to Boys to Men, we would jam to Mariah Carey, Paula Abdul, and so I'm making this playlist, and then on the way home from work today, I was like, I just need to jam out to this playlist. And the first song comes on. It's Boys to the Men, End of the Road, or no, it's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday. I was like, okay, this is where we're at, huh? This is what we're doing today. Okay, better out than in. Let's grieve. So I just started singing. Just let it out. Just go for it. And I wasn't really connecting with the song. I was just singing the words. And then, because I was paying attention to traffic. Keep in mind, I have ADHD. So I'm being safe. I'm paying attention to traffic. And then I get to the point where my exit backs up quite a bit. So I have to get out of the flow of natural traffic. I get over to the point where traffic is kind of at a stop, way ahead. And I'm like, all right, I got my playlist. I'm not in a hurry. I'm good. Let's just chill. And I don't know why, but I re-racked this song. And as it's dark, I'm going to turn around, start heading back. Re-racked the song in the beginning. And when I did that, the car in front of me pulled out, got back into traffic, and the car in front of them that was at a stop, now in front of me, had a vanity plate. And the letters were JDNHVN. And my dad's initials are JD, John DeVenny. And then NHVN, JDN. It's like, does that say JD in heaven right in front of my face? JD in heaven on a vanity plate right in front of me as I re-rack this song. So like, okay, now I'm gonna sing this song, and that song sang me, dude. That song sang me. And the sun started shining in a different way. And I'd never heard that song the way I did before. Probably because I was always singing it like a prepubescent little boy. But then after that, I skip ahead to the next song, and I get Mariah Carey and Boys to Men, One Sweet Day. I was like, oh, this is a torture playlist. What am I doing to myself? And I'm just singing through the tears at this point, but this really helped me to focus on the line, like so many friends we've lost along the way. And if you are lucky enough to have not lost a lot, then you have time to give them their flowers now. Because when I was singing this song, all I could picture was my friend Woodrow, who we lost, who was the brightest person I've ever met. He was so full of life and vitality, and he was just gone. Just gone. And none of us got to say goodbye. His family, his friends, everyone who worked with him, he just didn't show up to work one day. I saw him at events all the time, and he was just gone. And man, what I wouldn't give to give him one more hug, just to give him his flowers. So please, 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 swallow your pride. Make amends. Grow. Say you're sorry. Apologize. Whatever you got to do. Curate your garden so that you can start giving out flowers every chance you got, because you don't have that many chances. You just don't. Life is too damn short. The seasons change so fast. You have to take advantage of every moment you got to share the love that you are, that you have, and appreciate it as it comes to you. Don't take it for granted. Don't pretend like it's going to be around forever, because you don't know. You just don't know. But for this moment, I love you so much. Thank you. Be well. Be loved. I'll see you soon.
9, paid on my dues, waited in line. 8, 7, now it's about time that I take mine. 6, 5, king of the jungle, heart of a lion. 4, 3, 2, 1, watch out, here I come. This is my time.